ゾンビは死してなお人に襲いかかってくる。実にしつこいのだ。
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Steinsgate playthrough. So in the previous episode we found out that John Titor considers Rintaro a messiah that can change the future. So that's interesting. Zombies never stop coming, they're persistent. Cut the jokes, I'm serious here. Chris's glare is scarier than usual. I might have wet myself a little there. Whoa, hold it. I think that the key is who receives the D-mail. Maybe. Only the recipient himself is able to retain his memories. That would be my guess. No, dude, I think you really have supernatural powers. No, it's not it. Actually, that hypothesis doesn't explain the mass disappearance in Akihabara. Of course, I still don't have concrete proof that the mass disappearance incident was related to D-mail. We'll never know unless we experiment. After that, you'll send the next D-mail. Think about what you want to write. No. Carissa replies emphatically. I'm not sending one. In this timeline, she's very opposed to changing the past in any form. Scared? That's not it. Then, are you worried about time paradoxes? Well, there's that, but it's more like a personal policy. A policy? Changing the past feels like cheating. I may only have 18 years of life experience, but I don't want to change any of those memories. I see. You're perfect now, so you don't want to change. That's not what I said. I don't want to deny who I've been, because even my failures are a part of who I am today. That's very true, but also, why not play a little? Even if we solve all of the phone wave name subject to change problems, you wouldn't use it. Even if John Titor said you could use his time machine to travel to whatever time you wish, you wouldn't use it. Even if a blue robot cat from the future were to jump out at your desk and give you a doorway to everywhere, you wouldn't use it. Carissa nods firmly. I wouldn't. But you love experiments, don't you? Something wrong with it? So basically, you like to experiment on other people while you watch and cackle at the results. You truly are a mad scientist. Interesting. Why you? Done? Carissa stalks towards me, but is pushed aside by Daru, who presents his phone with a triumphant grin. I take a look. At Ferris Cup, enemy setup. VLVVLLVLL. I don't get it. Me neither. It's how Fairy Stan placed her cards. Can't you tell? You guys are lame. Well, whatever. Preparations are complete. If this works, the mail will arrive at Daru's phone 52 hours ago. Well, this will generate another timeline, and another, every time you do that. The discharge phenomenon occurs normally. I close my eyes to shield them from the lightning and sparks. The email was sent, so it's not about time, right? Because they sent it previously on a different time. Daru should have received it 2 days ago. However, why do I remember? When I sent a D-mail earlier this afternoon, everyone else forgot all about it. If Daru's D-mail changed the past, then the present should have changed too. Daru should be the only one who remembers that he sent a Gmail. Did the past change? Daru looks around in confusion. Wait, Daru, you remember too? Huh? Remember what? That you just sent a Gmail. I think it didn't work. You've got an email. Lukako. About Rainet. Mayuri-chan's obsessed with this anime called Rainet, so I rented it to see what it was about. I don't usually watch anime, and when I do, I prefer romance. But I found this anime to be pretty deep, even though it's aimed at children. I was surprised. P.S. I was so engrossed in Rainet, I couldn't do any practice swings with Samidare. I'm sorry. It's okay. Attachments, let's see attachment. Rainet Kakeru access number 2. On to the future. Rainet formation. Oh dear god. The reading club, the book club is open, guys. On to the future. Rainet formation. Completely engrossed by their discussion. Kirari and Tamaru raise their voices. Just what sort of person is Kakeru? Kakeru is actually a warrior who protects the order of the internet, a net guardian. Kirari and Tamaru wanted to tell their friends how cool that was, but Kakeru forbade them due to the risk that he may have to fight with the culprit. At that time, they received news that the mystery hacker Beastman has attacked an online game server. Kakeru immediately challenges him using Nagaya-san's newly made Rainet card and the unique browser AlphaGate. The first use of a new Rainet card. Despite his lack of experience, Kakeru successfully casts his boot spell. But just when Kakeru thinks he has easily won against the cracker, Beastman, who has complete control of the game server, overrides the game system, sealing Kakeru deep within the game's loop dungeon. Kakeru is in danger. At that moment, somehow Kirari and Tamaru also server dive. They came to save Kakeru. Furthermore, these two are well versed in this game. As game players, you couldn't forgive the hacker who had taken over the server and toyed with the game players, so they decided to join forces with Kakeru. With their magnificent assistant and Kakeru's shoot ability, they successfully defeat Beastman. And when they do, suddenly an unknown chat window opens on the monitor. It's a signal from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. By any chance, are they here to praise us? They think in delight, but the police turn to them and say, "You're under arrest." Okay. Now you're hooked on Rainet? Everyone around me is buying into this Rainet craze. How can I yet be so popular? Don't tell me it's an organization plot. That looks like something you would reply with. That's your problem right there. You can't waste your time with romance fluff. If you have that much free time, then practice with Samidare. Absolutely not. Let's end this one. Mail sent. Alright, moving on. Daru nods. Then I turn to Kurisu. Nothing changed. She answers before I ask. Of course I remember. What are you... Oh, I see. According to your hypothesis, you and I shouldn't remember sending the email. Daru, did you beat Ferris in the Ferris Cup? I don't know. It's so the winner gets Ferris home cooking, right? Did you eat it? What happened? I don't know. This sucks. I checked Daru's sent history. As expected, the email he just sent isn't there. It didn't work. Oh, maybe it did. I don't know, I'm confused. I do, however, find the email in his inbox. He received it 2 days ago, just like we wanted. This is the same thing that happened when I sent my Gmail. Maybe the past hasn't changed. I'll try calling Mayushi. He's the one who changed the past, yet he doesn't remember what happened after the change? That's odd. Mayushi, you're still at work, right? Is Fairy standing there? She is? Can you ask her if I beat her in the Fairy's cup? Did I get to eat her home cooking? Who lost? I did? Oh, barely took 5 seconds. Oh, okay. It didn't work. Daddy's shoulders droop as he hangs up the phone. I guess it means the past hasn't changed. You didn't change the timelines. Why? It changed for Ocarina, right? I guess only Ocarina has the power to do all that stuff. Maybe your foolproof plan wasn't so foolproof. Like maybe it only gave you a slight advantage. I had the same thought. Ferris is supposedly a world-class player. He doesn't believe he has superpowers. Dara's time travel cheat may not have been enough. Since Ferris' son defeated you anyway, the past didn't change. Yeah, but I mean, the game would have played out differently. That might be not enough to cause world-line divergence. Exactly. Like Okabe said, you need to make a change that's easier to observe, or else there's no point to this experiment. Not that I approve of this experiment or anything. No, it's not over yet. I can still fight. Daru starts typing another mail. One more time. I'll try sending my past self some more advice. This time something that will ensure my victory. You really want to win that badly? More like he wants to eat Fairy's home cooking that badly. That's my final answer. Daru writes another email. I don't bother checking what it says. I won't understand anyway. We activate the phone wave name subject to change and send the mail through just like before.
Oh?
Nothing happens. No discharge. Interesting. Usually it happens 10 to 20 seconds after pushing the start button. The timer counts down to 0 without incident. Out of time? Looks like it. But my advice was perfect! So there's a period of time, a strict period of time in a day when you can send the email. There's nothing we can do about it. We'll postpone the experiment till tomorrow. I checked the clock, it's just past 7 PM. Looks like that's the cutoff. After I left yesterday, I was thinking, how exactly does the phone wave make the time travel possible? It works like the LHC. Didn't you say the LHC was like a giant microwave? If every microwave could turn into the LHC, then Japan would have black holes popping up everywhere. Well, it takes something else or someone else with powers, like Rintaro. Whoa, that sounds worse than earthquakes. I know it looks like CERN is able to create black holes willy-nilly, but that's not supposed to be possible. You can't just press a button and make a black hole. Even if you could, the risk would be unthinkable. It's ridiculous to suggest that a household microwave could generate a black hole. Tighter's time machine is small enough to fit inside the car, and it makes black holes. Well, that's what he said at least. Now that I'm a little skeptical of Taiter, I don't feel like bringing it up. My point is that there has to be something else going on here. Or someone else. Some outside source must be injecting electrons into this microwave. An outside source of electrons. Maybe Rintaro's brain. What could that be? Well, I'm going back to my hotel. I've had enough of this filthy man cave. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to write that report. Because the brain also, like... Well, there is some electricity there, right? Carissa flings off her lab coat and hurries out the door. She was serious about the report? Maxi lab coat. I wonder what it smells like. God. We are 15 minutes into the episode and he's already being a perv. As Dara reaches for the lab coat to smell Carissa's lingering fragrance, I grab him by the neck and pull down hard. Cut that out. If you have time to be perverted, then go think about how to change the past for tomorrow's experiment. There wasn't anything to do after Carissa left. I tried operating the phone wave named Subject Exchange a couple more times before I went to sleep, but the discharge phenomenon simply would not occur. Now it's the next morning, and I'm sitting on the bench in front of the brown tube workshop. It's still early, but it's already blazing hot. It's as if I'm baking in the sun. Sweat is dripping off my chin. We're supposed to be experimenting today, but not a single lab mem has arrived yet. After waiting impatiently for a while, the first person I see is... Okabe, don't you have anything better to do? Good morning, Mr. Okarin. The Tenouchi pair come riding in on a moped. How many times do I have to tell you? Call me Kyomo. What should I do, Daddy? Let's read the email. Assistant. Did you write it? Have you written that report yet? For your information, I wasn't joking yesterday. If you blow this off, then you have no right to call yourself a scientist. Maybe this is too much for a freshman like you to understand, but writing papers is a part of being a scientist. Okay. Report. Let lesser men worry about such things. I have inventions to build and discoveries to make. Yes, that sounds like you, Rintaro. I'm not a mere scientist. I'm an insane mad scientist. Okay. If you're so confident in your superiority, then show me your power. Let us... Whoa. Wait. Okay, let's try with this one. If you're so confident in your superiority, then show me your power. Send. Okay. What nonsense are you trying to feed my daughter? Have you not properly educated her, Mr. Brown? This child of yours refuses to call me by my true name. Please do something about it. Who cares? Don't be so picky. Nae, you don't have to listen to what this guy says, okay? Okay. The manager parks his moped and quickly enters the store. Sister Brown's about to follow him when... She turns her attention toward the end of the street and instantly brightens up. Suzuha? I follow her gaze, oh no, and see Mayuri walking this way. Good morning, Okarin! Mayuri! Naya runs up to Mayuri with a happy smile. Everyone likes Mayuri. And without breaking stride, she jumps into Mayuri's chest. Good morning, Naya-chan. Good morning. They get along so well that you'd think they were sisters. Mayuri has the ability to get along with anyone, so it's no surprise. Naya avoids me and Daru, but she adores Mayuri and always goes for a flying hug whenever she gets a chance. Yeah, why would that be, I wonder? Daru sometimes complains about that. What a lucky girl, I wish I could jump into Mayushi's chest like that. There's your answer. No, wait, maybe it would be better to have Naya-tan jump into my chest. What the hell did I just read? I can't believe it. His internal debate went on for hours. This is for you, Naya-chan. Enjoy. Mayuri takes some candy out of her convenience store bag and gives it to Naya. Thank you. I have some for Okarin too. She offers me some, which I silently accept. Why are you sitting out here? I'm waiting for all lab members to assemble. Are you slacking off? Why, you chipmunk? Do you have to be so blunt? One of these days, I'll teach you to respect me. Naya-chan, I'm sure Okarin's thinking about important stuff. Oh, wow! Good job, Mayuri. Okarin. It's too early to make Phone Wave-chan sparkle, right? Phone Wave-chan. Can I go nuke some yakisoba bread? We removed the door. You can't hit food in it anymore. Oh, alright. That makes me sad. By the way, have you had breakfast? Nope. Then let's eat together. We can eat the yakisoba bread cold and then heat up some canned ramen in hot water. Wanna join us, Naya-chan? I'm okay. I ate. Okay. Naya waves, then heads back inside the brown tube workshop. Lured by the prospect of canned ramen, I go inside the lab with Mayuri. The stagnant air makes the room hotter than outside. It doesn't improve much even after we open the window and turn on the fan. Daru-kun and Chris-chan are kinda late, huh? Chris-chan. Indeed, their lack of dedication is appalling. Just then, the sound of a breaking bicycle comes from downstairs. Well, that's Suzuha. When I look out the window, I see part-time warrior arriving. She immediately notices me, looks up and waves. Sup? Suzu-san. If it isn't Shina Mayuri. Chuteru. They seem to have hit it off. Like I said, Mayuri gets along with everyone. Yeah, everyone likes Mayuri. Okabe Rintaro, did you talk to Taito? Maybe. I thought I dodged the question, but part-time warrior is persistent. Come on, you emailed him, didn't you? Yes, but I'm starting to doubt whether he can be trusted. What? Why? What went wrong? Why is she so flustered? Because she's on a mission. And you are failing it. Oh, so you're a tighter otaku. I guess there's an otaku for everything. Look, it's Chris-chan! Mayuri leans out the window to wave her hand. Kurisu is walking towards the lab. That reminds me, doesn't part-time warrior have something against Kurisu? She said she's her enemy. I look at Suzuha. Her expression has changed dramatically. Now she's staring at Kurisu in complete silence. She doesn't move a muscle. I wonder what's the beef about. It's like she's trying to start a fight with her glare. Chris is pretty stubborn too, so she meets Suzuha glare for glare. The two of them exchange a word or two in front of the building. For a second I'm worried that they might start throwing punches, but that doesn't happen. Interesting. Chris-chan,
Good morning.
Good morning. What did you say to the part-time downstairs? Chris shrugs her shoulders. Nothing much. I told her if she wanted to say something, she should just say it. I don't think that's nothing. She's lucky that didn't lead to blows. What did she say? Nothing? She just groaned? I wonder what's wrong with her. She's jealous of Makiseshi popularity though. Daru bursts into the lab. She's thinking, if only I joined the lab instead of her, then I would be having fun with everyone right now. I'm so jealous. Or something like that. I'm telling you, man, 3D is hell. If she wants my lab mem number, she can have it. What? The lab mem number you carry is the highest credential a scientist could hope to achieve. They sell for millions on the black market, but you would give it away? It's not exactly a count page passport. Also, shut up. She wants everyone to get along. Well, I don't really care about their little quarrel anyway. I care. I want to find out. Only one thing interests me now, the mystery of the email. We begin experimenting immediately. Even though it's still morning, the electrical discharge occurs on demand. Things look favorable today. That reminds me, we haven't talked to Mr. Brown yet. Maybe we should come up with an excuse first, maybe? To be honest though, I don't care what he thinks. For we are at war. War against the organization and CERN, the dark powers that rule the world from the shadows. Anzai-sensei, I want to eat Fairy Stan's home cooking. If you give up, it's game over. Unfortunately, Daru's second email fails to change the past. I get the feeling, Rainet, matches are difficult to cheat your way out of like this. You got an email. Part-time warrior. Akihabara. Akihabara is such a strange town. Everywhere I look, I see drawings of cute girls. Some of them even have their breasts fully exposed, which startled me. Coming here was been a real culture shock. It's amazing how peaceful Japan is now. Oh, reply. Unfortunately, Mo has become the symbol of Akihabara and the chaos that rules here. Get used to it. No. I can imagine how that would shock someone who isn't prepared, maybe. I agree. It's all because of the organization's efforts to stupidify Japan. Yeah. No. You don't have to be prepared for that kind of stuff. I agree, it's all because of the organization's efforts to stupidify Japan. Mail sent. Let's get back. Not to mention, we are limited to 36 bytes of text. Looks like we have to give up on Daru. He's gone to drown in sorrows and his sours in the internet. Alright, so who do we experiment on? From the look on Kurisa's face, I don't think she's willing to change her policy. That leaves only one candidate. Maishi. Mayuri, it's time for you to change the past. Huh? Me? Are you sure? But what should I change? Mary looks stumped as she slurps her canned ramen. Oh, I know! I'll make Luka-kun wear one of my costumes. How? By sending Luka-kun a mail. I don't think a simple request is going to change the past.
もっと簡単
Can't
で
you
分
think
かり
of
やすいものは
anything
ないか
easier to change and observe? She slurps small ramen.
そのラーメン
Let's use that canned ramen. Looks like I'm the only one with ideas.
1時間前のマユリに
You'll send an email to yourself 1 hour ago.
今日
Type,
はおでん缶が食べた
I
い
wanna eat canned oden or something like that. I don't think that's enough to convince her to. Oh, that might work. Eh? When I went to the vending machine today, I spent 10 minutes wondering if I should get canned oden or canned ramen. It was really hard.
つまり後押し
So a little push should be enough to make you choose canned oden. Alright, let's go with that. Okay, but before we change the past, I gotta finish this ramen first. Mayuri starts shoveling the ramen to her mouth. What happens if you don't finish it? It'll go to waste? Oh, of course. That was a weird question. Kurisa clearly doesn't know what to say. Mayuri really is a ditz. I'm used to it by now, of course. I get a phone with name subject change prepped for the email. Are you even eating, Kurisu? Why are those questions like you're some kind of android? The content of Mayuri's mail is simple enough. Canned oden, piping hot and delicious. I just hope it actually works. We wait for Mayuri to finish eating her canned ramen, and then activate the phone with name subject to change. To send it 1 hour back, we input 1 hash. In other words, we set the microwave for only 1 second. I wonder if the discharge phenomenon will occur in such a short span of time. That's something else we'll learn from this experiment. Phone wave name subject change. Activate. And nothing happens. Oh, I haven't sent it yet. There wasn't enough time to blink. So 1 second isn't enough for the discharge to occur. That's what I expected, but it's good to have proof. What if you try warming up beforehand? Warming it up? 1 second isn't enough, right? So just run the microwave for about 30 seconds without sending an email. As soon as it's done, run it again with the timer set at 1 second. That should cause the discharge, right? Any basis for that? Nope. Damn, Mayuri, got anything else? Well, we could change the flavor of rice bowl I bought last night. Do you remember what kind of rice bowl you ate last night? Smoked tuna. Oh, that's good. I'm hungry. She remembers? Impressive. So let's change that to, fish eggs. Fish eggs? No. Maybe we should find another test subject. Something is telling me we're going to have to look outside the lab. I go for a walk to clear my head. After lunch at King Burger, I grab a coffee at the Starbucks, on the first floor of Yodobashi. I left Mayuri and the others at the lab. I need some time to get my thoughts in order. I recall what happened when I sent myself the lot of 6 numbers. The moment I sent that email, I felt a strong tremor, and then the world as I knew it changed slightly. The fact that I had sent the email had been undone. I know that because it had disappeared from my sent history. However, it was in my inbox. The mail had definitely reached the past. What does this mean? The mail was received but never sent. Isn't that a time paradox? Is that the reason why everyone else lost their memories? Why did that happen? The butterfly effect? That's not an answer. Changing the past changed the world. Titus spoke of divergence. When divergence changes, are people's memories reconstructed to match the new world line? Then how come I remember the previous world line even after the past changes? Well, because you're special. You're Messiah. Lisan al-Gaib. My deliberations are interrupted by an incoming call. I can't answer that. I don't have time for this. Oh, he's just ignoring it on purpose. I can't do anything about it. It's a mail, so I can just reply to it later. I concentrate on my coffee. However, it's the mail demon. All these mails, no doubt about it. It's got to be Kiryu Moeka, the male demon known as Shining Finger. How can she be so shy in real life and so persistent in email? There's something wrong with that woman. Let's see the first one. I sigh and open my mail reluctantly. Favor, can I send a email to, please, Moeka?
No.
Can I? Please reply. I'm a lab mem too, right? Pretty please, Moeka. What? She wants to send an email? That reminds me, yesterday I made Moeka lab mem 005. That means she's qualified to participate in our experiments. Moeka seems serious, so she might meet my demands. Most importantly, all the other lab mems are completely useless when it comes to emails. I still haven't been able to verify whether or not I can keep my memories if someone else changes the past. I think he can. That explains the first episode, when the world line changed and he kept his memories. And everyone else was like, what are you talking about? But wait. I'm worried. Moeka works for an editorial company. In other words, she's related to the media. What if she sends emails and leaks word of the time machine? We'd be flooded by press. She would do it if she wanted, she would do it. By now. Gone will be the days of lurking in the shadows. My location will be exposed to the organization. Of course, sooner or later we're going to have to announce our findings to the world. But in that case, I'd rather choose a national newspaper or TV network to cover that event, rather than some shady magazine. That way, it'll spread faster throughout Japan, nay, the world. Either way, something tells me it's better not to go public through Moeka. Shining Finger, I'm a lab mem too, aren't I? Moeka. However, Moeka is a lab mem. Yesterday we told her everything about the phone wave, name subject change, and emails. Moreover, we made her one of us. It was necessary to buy her silence. Realizing that I have no reason to deny Moeka her request, I put my phone to my ear. It's me. Yeah, I have some doubts. What? You can tell by my voice? You know me too well. So about whether or not I should include Shining Finger in the phone wave name subject change experiments. What? Nonsense! You want me to offer her as a sacrifice? True, I am prepared to make sacrifice in order to bring chaos to the world, but... No, there's no problem. I shouldn't have hesitated. Pathetic. Maybe I'm not cut out to be a mad scientist. Yeah, you might say her offer was a message. No doubt this is two in the choice of Steinsgate. El Psi Congru. It's decided. I type a reply to Moeka's email. Indeed you are. Lab member 005, Shining Finger. Report to the lab at once. Mail sent. After sending it off, I hurry back to the lab. When I get to the lab, Moika is squatting at the bottom of the staircase. Since she's not sitting on a bench, I guess that crouching while holding her knees is this particular woman's favorite position. She's staring at her phone like usual. Once she notices me approaching, she slowly stands up. But she doesn't look at me. Thank you. For what? I'm sorry, I know it's selfish, but I really need to send an email, Moika. I don't think you're selfish. In fact, I'm grateful for your offer. Once we enter the lab, I get all the lab members to stop what they are doing and then tell them about Moika's situation. I think it's a good idea. Moika-san is a lab mem too. Daru and Kurisu don't object either. So, what sort of mail does Kiriyoshi plan to send? My request is that its contents be simple and easy to measure, so that we can confirm whether or not the past changes. A new mail. Not just that, I'm sorry, there's one more thing. I want to keep my message secret, Moega. That's interesting. Why does she have to explain every little thing with the mail? No, more importantly... A secret? What do you mean? What's going on? So how can you prove it, if it's a secret? I mean, it's private. It would be embarrassing if anyone knew, Moika. No, that's not the problem. Kurisu picks at my phone from beside me. I see. I understand how you feel, but since this is an experiment, data collection should take priority. Oh, we agree for once, assistant. I'm not agreeing with you exactly. If we don't collect data, then we'll never figure out how the phone leaf works. But girls have lots of secrets, you know? You shouldn't ask her to tell her secrets, Okarin. That's perverted. Whoa, is that where we're going with this? Calm down, Daru. I turn to Mayuri and Moeka, who appear to have formed some kind of mainstream girl alliance. We're not asking you to send something private. Kurisu nods firmly at my words. Looks like she doesn't intend to join the mainstream girl alliance. Even if you want to send something private, you shouldn't for now. We still don't know how this thing handles paradoxes, so we need to be extremely careful. Nothing private? Nothing you want to keep secret at least. Even if you mean well, the mail's content might have a serious effect on the timeline. You should show your mail to a third party and have them check if the content is problematic or not. Indeed, my assistant said everything I wanted to say. I will add only that the experiment must go on. I wasn't speaking for you, don't misunderstand. Cheeky little. Experiments prioritize data over privacy in the first place. If you're going to be a test subject, you need to be prepared for that. Don't tell me that's the reason Kurisu won't send an email herself. She doesn't want to be a test subject. Really? She wasn't prepared for that. I'm sorry, Christian. You don't have to apologize. I'm not criticizing you. It's just how these things work. I imagine some people might take issue with that statement, but I'll refrain from saying anything. I'd rather not get my head chewed off right now. Moika's expression doesn't change. Same as always, I don't know what she's thinking. You're a lab mem. You need to trust us. Save private information for another day. If you can't, then I'll be forced to show you what lies dormant inside of the great Hoinkyoma, the terrible power of insanity. Moika is already typing on her phone. My threat was ineffectual, it seems. Can I see the emails you've sent so far? I want to use them as a reference, Moika. Well, I can show you my arrival history. And the send history?
ない
Don't have one. The send history disappears after you send an email. I confirmed that after I sent an email yesterday. Moeka was there, but she doesn't remember either. Roger, I don't need to see the history, and I'll show you the message before I send it. Is that okay, Moeka? Looks like she understands. I showed the mail to Kurisuto. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, Moeka-san. Is that supposed to be an encouragement? Mayuri sounds concerned for some reason. So what you're gonna send? Ocarina wants us to change the past in an easy-to-measure way, but that's setting the bar way too high.
何を言う
Nonsense, you're all just aiming too low. I have an idea. Moeka murmurs.
ほう
Oh, this is gonna be good. Give us the details.
具体的に説明
Moeka then invokes her power once more. Ultra-fast typing, the power known as Shiny Finger. The plan. About 4 days ago, I bought a new phone. But now that I've tried it, I think I should have stayed with the old one. So I want to use an email to tell myself not to buy a new phone. If we do that, the phone I'm holding will change, won't it, Moeka? That's good. Excellent. Shining Finger, your model lab man.
まさにラボ面の鏡
Okay, on that note, we'll see if the experiment is successful in the next episode. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!